Not perfect, but
tough, but it's never been about you. You're free, but cement your feet a statue. No rules, but you'd rather make up something. You're damn, you were never good for nothing. Double negatives leading me in circles. Twist infinity, you drive me insane. Hit hard, a broken wall. Hit hard, I gave it all. Hit hard, a family tie. Tough, but it's never been about you. You're free, but cement your feet a statue. No rules, but you'd rather make up something. You're damn, you were never good for nothing. Double negatives leading me in circles. Twist infinity, you drive me insane. Hit hard, a broken wall. Hit hard, I gave it all. Hit hard, a family tie. Tough, but it's never been about you. You're free, but cement your feet a statue. No rules, but you'd rather make up something.
I'll scream through punctured lungs to the beat of battle drums. Won't blame my stubborn tongue no more. They'll be hearing our battle cry like it's thunder with overdrive. They'll be tasting the dirt when they fall off their throne. we go.
Alright, there we go. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to find through some of this music because it's deluxe. And I am currently in a phase where I am just loving up this way more than I envisioned. But it is not going to stop me from doing this quest. And slaughtering innocent people on the island. You see that? That was probably some poor child and their parents. Jesus, that's dark. Anyway.
Adventure time.
Oh, so this is where we're going.
Off we go.
Caravan Ribat. I'm going to shoot us behind the wall. Yep.
Because things are so, ergo they are such.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
I can wait for what's happening. Huh? Okay, so it's
Over here.
Because I can
Oh,
overlap.
Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What's behind me? Oh.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose him?
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway,
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Yep, just doing the single things.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
you really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be.
Okay.
Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest.
Yeah, exactly. Big brain. That's what's intending.
But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Oh, of course not.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Yeah. Just gonna show myself a bit.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Getting close to it. AR-56. Alright. Where is our review? Tap. Oh, I'll just try this way.
Adventure time!
Easy, easy, easy. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Now that's what I call treasure!
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa. This landscape is really something else.
Okay. What are the shadows? Sus. Wait, hold up. Oh shit, it is. Yeah, no. Oh, but it is. Whoa! Jesus! What the fuck?
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamacho's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
Ooh.
Though styled like an
Them fighting
assassination,
words.
I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I've been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
True enough.
I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Ooh. Fighting words again now, eh?
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No, yeah, no, he yoinked it, Paimon. Did you not see? Or, Paimon.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Ooh.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Yeah. Let's kill the one.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Okay, everyone's here. Oh,
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
yeah. Oh, even they take us seriously. Let's fucking go.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
It's Candace.
Someone's calling for us! Oh,
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez,
I'm
are all
gonna
of you
say it.
academia folks such hard work? Move.
All right, stop yelling.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I would have loved to watch Dad beat their asses.
well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief.
I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow
But
villagers
I
from
have read
harm,
them, so...
I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Goldie, why? Goldie.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it,
Goldie, what the
Candace.
fuck is that? There's nothing sus in my...
That's what I like
I'm gonna
to
check
hear.
the DMs of Goldie.
So,
I'm watching this.
which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too loud just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
No, nothing sus.
I have nothing to hide,
Okay,
so there's
never
no
mind.
shame in explaining myself. While Al Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did
The
report
fuck?
clearly did not match the project's actual
What are you on
progress.
about?
As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I missed
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Fog. Okay, let's go back and see what the hell I missed.
You will begin.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I'm talking.
Wait,
While Al Hatham wasn't to hide,
Okay,
so there's
never
no
mind.
shame in explaining myself. While Al Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did
The
report
fuck?
Academia's project planning and development files. What little they dissing in the Academia's project planning and development.
Okay.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham? Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Yeah,
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
What happened? What? Wait, what? Hey?
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Yeah.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Oh shit.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Wait, I want to see them.
Creatures? In the...
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't
Isn't
back
it
yet,
all-
though.
I
Is
feel like
she
you're-
alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
Or is that just a voice?
When you put it that way, even I'm
Okay.
starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Oh, well, that happens. Let's just vibe to some music, I guess. Also, to put in the new outfits, stuff from the anime. That would be a good idea.
It's
this
so
is-
nice to distress.
Destroy the child.
Let's go find some treasure. Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
There we go. That's there's 3 extra quests. Oh my god, I'm gonna start. I feel walked away.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
I'm actually doing something like these also.
Betty's Adventure Team, assemble!
Healthier options are at hand.
Oh, it's just a massive mashup. Delivered to the animated version. Okay.
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Over town.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized,
That's not just me, right?
even the sandstorm had stopped.
Like, this has nothing to do with the voice actor. Like, nothing on the voice actor. Like, if I say it's good, I'm just saying the mic is... I swear the mic doesn't sound as good.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the flame.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Next on you. No touching.
Bust it. Take it easy.
You're way behind schedule. Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up? Born of ice and frost. We're way behind schedule. The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Okay.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
That's not good if Irminsul was...
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take the... speaking of which, why haven't I seen a...
Village Keeper? Who are they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. After a period of training in the Avidia forest, the Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without but no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their... But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Nice, don't mind me. Okay, let's go.
Access denied. Healthy body.
Okay. Is that right? Probably. My phone hasn't been interesting.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident when Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
Okay.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
I'm going to have to take
So,
you to interrogation.
what do you
in
make
the
of the
in
story?
In the interrogation room.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
You're so
Lesser Lord
unbelievable.
Kusanali, the current Desrt Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
And that's what the Academy.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that we're...
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met
That
Lesser
look in your
Lord
eyes.
Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's
She
our
isn't.
turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Yeah. Let's
Excuse me,
okay.
are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
Yeah,
My name is Isak.
Isakai.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Fuck no.
Is
Get
your
out.
grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Constant
Sorry,
state of PFP
I was
changing,
only
said
listening in
tenor.com.
because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Amogus. Amogus.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
God, I hope not.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know...
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Oh, shit.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
That's awesome.
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way,
Fuck.
we can take him.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit
You're
for.
like a kid now.
Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
Hello,
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your crib.
Really? Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
That's wholesome. Very nice. I'm not going to do one commission, just do the commission real quick. Let me just dip for a second, just because so I can just. This will give me one more pull for design this desperate. I want her. I cannot believe I've got a bloody C2 gene. This is...
Everybody stand back!
Dodge this!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Another test subject. Careful. Should replace my hammer. Not careless.
Busted.
Bye-bye.
Comes the hunted.
Was that part of the challenge, or...?
Excuse me. Did you happen
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
On them shrooms,
okay.
bro.
Anything else?
Who's on them shrooms?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You...
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Be respectful.
Honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped.
Do you also think Grandpa and the other...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad...
Gotcha!
Jabari?
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he...
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. Well, once you found him, I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned...
Wow, what an...
Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Desrt, the sovereign of our faith, will...
Yes, of course I have. King Desrt is the one and only true still. You say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Desret's civilization in ancient times. Isn't it a sign of King Desret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been...
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Desret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Desrt will return to this land. Hey, it's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the Academia.
They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good... Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King... Delavar also said that once King Desrt returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before...
Is that...
Seems like he still wants to...
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others...
The people here really like King Desrt, but dislike the Sumeru Archon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it!
Oh, shit.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all.
Yeah.
It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Succubus Arano said.
Fuck, I hate it whenever you press... What the fuck? Why do I still have this bot? Yeah, there we go.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Goat.
Join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Off we go.
Well, see you again.
Adventure time.
Cool. You going, child? Anyway, I'm going to stream that. It wasn't a very particularly long stream, this one. Only an hour, but that should be fun. Anyway, see ya.